the scope of this meeting is to adopt 16 life-saving rules in Saipem, Saudi Arabia, which will be commissioned on all our drilling sites, with the main object being to mitigate the risk associated with our particular operation. The 16 life-saving rules were selected based on in-depth analysis of past incidents in our industry. Each rule is linked to controls and barriers which, if used properly, can facilitate prevention of serious incidents altogether. Those 16 life-saving rules are intended to supplement and support Saudi Arabian Saipem drilling project, existing company HSC management system, and program and policies. The rules focus on modifying worker and supervisor behavior in the workplace. They also highlight a simple action individuals shall take to protect themselves and others.
By becoming aware of potentially hazardous activities and by strictly following the rules explained here, you can help make Saipem an industry-leading safe environment for you and your company. Saipem. Life-saving rules. The safer, the better. Work with a valid work permit when required. Upon the start of a non-routine job, the issue of a permit is required. This permit should be explained by the supervisor, understood and followed by the worker. All workers need to confirm the validity of the issued permit. Before starting the worker needs to ensure with his supervisor that it is safe to start the work. Conduct gas tests when required. Whenever it's required to confirm the existence of any gas, the employee needs to check with the supervisor or the person in charge if the air is tested. The gas testers should provide the required tests using the proper certified equipment. Before proceeding with the job, the employee should inform themselves with the supervisor to ensure that it is safe to start the work. The employee can stop the job at any time in case of gas detection alarm indicated by portable fixed gas detection system. Verify isolation before work begins and use the specified life-protecting equipment. The understanding by the employee of the importance of isolation in the equipment is essential to be protected from danger. The isolations need to be confirmed with the supervisors for a safe work start. Obtain authorization before entering a confined space. When required to work in a confined space, some basic procedures should be followed. Before starting to work, it's required to confirm with the supervisor or the person in charge if the air inside the confined space was tested and it's safe to start the work. The personnel entering the confined space shall follow all safety requirements set in the confined space entry certificate and work permit. Obtain authorization before overriding or disabling safety-critical equipment. The employee that needs to disable safety equipment to execute a job should obtain authorization from a supervisor before proceeding the overriding or disabling of any equipment. Protect yourself against a fall when working at heights. Authorization is required when an employee needs to perform work at a height above 1.8 meters outside a protective environment. The employee should be trained and be aware of the fall protection equipment to be used in the job and how to use it. It is the employee's responsibility to check the condition of the equipment to be used. The employee always needs 100% tie-off when working at heights outside a protective environment. Do not walk under a suspended load. Employees should never cross the barriers controlling a lift operation without authorization. The orders of the banksman need to be followed. The person in charge of the lift is responsible for barriers around the unsafe place and ensures that nobody walks under the suspended load. Do not smoke outside designated smoking areas. The employee should know where the smoking areas are located. In the case of someone not following the rules, an employee can intervene and inform about the regulations. No alcohol or drugs while working or driving. The employee needs to always inform the medic or supervisor if they're taking some medication that can affect their performance. In case of any doubt related with your health, always search for the rig doctor. It's illegal to keep, sell, or distribute any kind of drugs. The employee should intervene if he sees a case of alcohol or drug abuse. While driving, do not use your phone and do not exceed speed limits. The employee, when driving, cannot use a mobile phone or a hands-free device. The employee should stay below the maximum allowable speed limit of the indicated road signs, and the vehicle is being driven and always follows the journey management instructions. Wear your seatbelt. The employee should inspect the seatbelt is working properly and keep it fastened while the vehicle is moving. The employee should check if all passengers are wearing their seatbelts before starting to drive. The worker has the right to intervene when any of the other passengers don't comply with this rule. prescribed journey management plan. The driver should always confirm the journey management plan before starting the journey. Discuss the plan with the responsible person. Understand what is explained in the plan. Comply with the hours of rest specified in the plan. And follow the route specified in the journey management plan. Always tell the authorized person immediately if any changes in the plan occur. Prevent dropping objects. The employee should secure all tools and equipment before starting work at height to prevent the fall of objects. The supervisor should make the worker aware of the risks of falling objects and ensure that all safety precautions are made. Follow prescribed lift plan. The employee should follow the prescribed lifting plans for routine jobs and a specific plan for non-routine jobs. The supervisor is responsible for ensuring that all workers understand their responsibilities in the lifting operation. Obtain authorization before starting excavation activities. Whenever it is required to start an excavation activity, the worker should obtain authorization before starting work. The employee should follow the work permit requirements and check with the responsible person if it is safe to start working. The worker should stop work and notify the supervisor if anything unexpected happens. Position yourself in a safe zone in relation to moving and energized equipment. When working with moving equipment or energized equipment, the employee should always confirm the safety precautions with the supervisor and follow the instructions of the flagman in charge of the movement equipment. Confirm with the person in charge that it is safe to work in the restricted zone. Always make sure that the drivers of moving vehicles see you. We can't stress enough how important it is that you understand, remember, and adhere to these life-saving rules. This is the only way we can create and sustain a safe work environment for every Saipem employee.
What happens if roads are broken?
Investigation will be conducted.
Disciplinary action will be taken against the violator.
In the event of intentional violation, the maximum appropriate disciplinary action will be taken.
What about supervisor responsibility?
Also, the maximum appropriate disciplinary actions will be taken against the supervisor who failed to communicate the rule,
Set the condition for rule breaking,
and fails to follow through the rule if it's broken.
So whenever you're in a situation you may think could entail any kind of risk, keep the rules in mind.
In conclusion, gentlemen, I would like to stress all of you to implement the 16 life-saving rules. Remember, the safer, the better. Marsalam.